Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to actually hitting the wall. Now, today we have a woman who's saying that men don't approach women anymore. Now, I really don't think that's true, but I'm more than willing to hear her out. This reaction is coming from Chized's channel, so check him out. Great content creator. Now, before we get into this clip, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's get into it. Two things to think about. One, is she getting better or worse after hitting the wall? How is she handling it? Next is, would you marry, date, or avoid? All right, here we go.
Last night I went out with a couple friends and we were sitting outside watching a concert, and we were just talking about how men never approach women. And I get it. It's
bull. I'm sorry. Men definitely approach women. They just have to be the woman that the man is actually interested in.
nerve-wracking. It's uncomfortable. It could be like severe rejection, all these things. But it's frustrating when it feels like women have to do all of the work. So there was a couple guys that were clearly looking at us.
Okay.
And we decided to do a little experiment. So one of my friends, she went to the bathroom, and on her way back, she decided to stand like 10 feet from them. She's not going to approach them, but she's going to stand 10 feet from them all alone. And you're talking outdoors, concert. And she is just, in fact, I forgot that she was doing this experiment, and the look on her face looked like she was lost. So I was like, hey, we're over here. But I was like, oh yeah, we're doing this experiment. So she definitely looked approachable, almost looked like she needed help. And then she was just casually enjoying the music, even looks back at them. All the while, my other friend and I are watching, and these guys are like gawking at her, just nonstop staring at her. And she stands there for at least 10 minutes doing this dancing and within 10 feet. And not once did they approach her. Not once did they even attempt to. And she walked.
Now, why were these men not approaching her? Well, I have to think about it in terms like this, right? Why would I not approach a woman who's made herself available? Well, one is I'm not interested in her. Two, she may not be the one that I wanted out of the group. And if my guys are with me, none of us want this woman, right? This is the shotgun shell. This is the bullet nobody wants to take. This is the woman in the group that everybody is saying, nah, I'm not choosing her as the first choice. I'm not taking one for the team. I'm not going to do it. Now, another reason is if everyone sees you talking to this woman, you have ruined your chance for the actual woman that you want. Now, I'm speaking from actual experience. This has happened to me more than 10 times where I'm just trying to be nice, talk to a woman, right? Or kind of like break the ice to where I get myself into a situation or a mindset where I'm actually able to just talk and conversate freely, right? Try to build up my confidence or get my feet wet, right? Here's the thing. When it comes to taking shots, right, you want to take good shots. Clearly, this woman and her group of friends were not the group of friends that you wanted. Now, in their minds, they may think this, right, because they're probably fresh and new back on the dating scene. But that doesn't mean that these guys were interested. Now, if I'm looking at a woman, right, I'm looking at her and thinking a couple different things. One, who is she actually interested in? If we're with a group, if this is a group of guys, I'm either going to let the guy who really wants her to go ahead and get her, or I'm just not going to look at her, because one thing I cannot stand is when women are dancing with each other. Now, I know she said that this woman was dancing by herself, but when women are dancing with each other and they slapping each other on the butt and, playing with each other's boobs and, doing all these different things, to me, it's annoying. It's annoying because when I see women decide that they only want to be with women, they get more sexual. They get overly sexual to the point to where what they're wearing is way more promiscuous, and what they're actually doing in the club is way more promiscuous, or just period. Like what they're willing to do is like, damn, you are really rebelling against humanity. Now all of a sudden you're just free. Now, this woman is absolutely lying when she say men don't approach women. What she should say is that the men they're interested in are not approaching them, which again will show you what they actually look like. And this also tells that they don't understand what they look like. I get it. She thinks she's attractive, but does the person that she's interested in think that she's attractive? Because it's one thing to have confidence in yourself, but you don't actually know how that confidence is coming across, or if it's even showing up as confidence, or if your insecurities are actually showing. This woman reminded me of how all relationships go bad, right? First of all, women have ruined dating. Like, they have ruined it. First of all, I don't need no man. Okay, if you don't need a man, then what do you need, right? Intimacy? Okay, cool. Then why would I invest my life into you when you don't need me? That's crazy, because if you tell that woman you don't need her, she's going to break down. Oh my gosh, she's going to break down into tears and oh my gosh, why? Right? And she's going to really blame it on the fact that you have other women. Once again, maybe I'm just speaking from experience. Now, what this woman has shown me is how selfish she actually is. She admitted to rejection being a horrible thing, right? Like, oh my gosh, it could be nerve-wracking. It could be, all these negative emotions and all these negative things. Why would you want to deal with that? Fellas, I am not here to tell you to deal with being rejected. Right? But this woman, she wants you to approach her because she wants to feel good about the decision that she made to leave her ex-husband or her ex-boyfriend. She wants to feel validated for leaving him. Like, yeah, I still got it out here. I still got it. And clearly she doesn't. So the reason why she's on wall watch is because she's clearly an older woman. Now, again, this is not to shame her. This is just letting you guys know, because the younger women, first of all, their experiment failed, right? The experiment was not successful at all. She thinks because she got that thing between her legs that most men want, she thinks that that was going to be the thing that was going to make them or get them interested in her and her friends. And she was wrong. Next is when women get older, their hair starts to gray. It starts to fall out. It starts to thin. So it doesn't even look the same. The skin doesn't look the same, right? And older women are actually more expensive because you can't wow them anymore. They've done everything. They've had everything done for them, right? Now they're at the point to where they still want you to wow them, but it's on a more expensive level. When it comes to you, they want your life insurance. They don't just want a bag. They want a house. They don't care about just having an expensive dinner. But you better believe they want that too. They just want more, right? So they want the purse, the clothes, the shoes. But most importantly, they want the life insurance. They want the house. They want you to pay for all of the bills. And men are starting to see it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I don't want to do it because the younger version of her actually looks better. It's more fresh. The energy is different. Because if I'm like trying to visualize what this woman is saying, I'm like, damn, okay. Some more reasons why I would not talk to a woman is if she's drunk. I have no interest in that, because what's going to happen is her friends are going to come and save her, right? Or they're going to hate. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself in that position because I want her to remember. I don't want her to wake up and, oh my gosh, what happened? And what did we do? And I'm not interested in that. I've heard women say that. I've seen it. And I'm just saying, I don't want no parts of it. Now, when it comes to marrying, dating or avoiding this woman or these women, well, it probably was in their best interest to avoid these women altogether, because they may have saw what I see, which is this woman is a nag. This woman is a humongous complainer. Oh my gosh. She already has gray hairs, so she's going to stress you the out. In fact, she's going to give you more gray hairs than she actually has, because she can't really help it. She can't help herself. She thinks that she still looks like the 21/25-year-old version of herself when she clearly does not. I strongly believe in, if a woman really wants to take the credit for all the work being done, work, put in your work, because I've noticed that, well, from my personal experience, I've dealt with women who claim that they're doing all the work and they are not. They want the credit for work that they are not doing. And I never thought it was fair, and I still don't. Now, but this being said, fellas, this is why it's important for your confidence to raise. Now, ways to do that: meditation, investing, and exercising. Why? Because you need to work on your mind, your body, and your finances. Believe it or not, every single woman wants the same thing: a man with money. Now, everything else they may or may not settle for: your height, your weight, what you look like. But the one thing that the majority of women will not overlook is the money, is the finances, because it's the lifestyle and the access to being able to do certain things within this lifestyle. So what type of lifestyle are they going to live? Again, I think these women probably were just shooting a little bit too high, meaning that they were going for guys that were not interested in them, and maybe this was their wake-up call. While dealing with this dating market, you must adapt, because clearly these women have had friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and vacay bays. Again, I'm just noticing this is a normal trend. Women are saying men don't initiate or approach women, and again, this is a lie. Now, are all the men approaching? Absolutely not. But there are men who are approaching. I know this because when I go out, I actually look and see. I actually watch. My friends actually approach. I'm the one that doesn't approach, but I have my reasons. And let me rephrase that. I approach the women that I'm actually interested in. Now, I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that the video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.